Sometimes it begins quite subtly. In this world, money doesn't always stay. It has a rhythm of its own, and when the time comes, it leaves. It never happens all at once. It's a slow, quiet departure, a gradual fade into the shadows until the lights start to flicker. And then, quite suddenly, at first nothing seems wrong. Everything is as it should be. The markets are open for another day of global trading. Businesses are running as they always have. Life continues as usual, and everything seems in its place. But underneath, something starts to shift. But underneath, something starts to shift. Something is different now.
Investors begin to notice the subtle shifts. Then government policies become unpredictable. Currencies start to weaken across the markets. Public confidence begins to slip away, and that's when things change.
Because money is always cautious. It doesn't wait for collapse. It moves before things break. Moving quietly through the world, moving carefully and with great precision. Looking for somewhere much safer. And once it starts, it never stops. Then it accelerates beyond control. More money leaves the system. Prices fall, pressure builds. And what was once stable, the world begins to crack. Businesses pull back. It is a subtle, quiet retreat from the vibrant streets we once called our own. Investment slows. The steady rhythm of progress finds a new, hesitant pace under an overcast sky. Opportunities shrink. The horizon begins to narrow, leaving behind a landscape filled with unanswered questions. Storefronts that once hummed with life now stand as silent witnesses to a shifting economic tide, and people feel it. A quiet weight that settles over the everyday, heavy and mostly unspoken. Even if they don't fully understand why, the change is undeniable. The atmosphere has shifted. We find ourselves in a reflective moment, questioning the path ahead and the strength of our resolve. It is a season of waiting, a collective pause as the world recalibrates its shared direction. Yet, in the stillness, there is resilience, a quiet preparation for whatever comes when the light returns. A world in transition, moving slowly toward a new dawn. The cycle continues, quiet and deep. So money doesn't leave randomly. It doesn't vanish overnight without a reason. It leaves when confidence fades, when the belief in the tomorrow we were promised starts to flicker, when the future feels uncertain and the path ahead grows dim. When the system no longer feels safe, the foundation begins to shift. Every decision carries weight, every movement a consequence. The silence left behind is louder than the chaos that preceded it. We seek order in the transition, a framework that holds. It is a silent migration, driven by the simple need for security, guided by the search for a new harbor and for stability in a changing world. Because trust isn't built in a day, but it can be found in the enduring. Because in the end, wealth is more than just numbers. Because in the end, it is trust. We often think of the economy as a machine of pure logic, a series of cold, calculated numbers. But numbers are just symbols. The true force that moves markets is something invisible yet undeniable. Beneath the charts and the algorithms, there is something more fundamental, a human heartbeat. Every transaction is a promise, a belief that the value we trade today will still exist tomorrow. Opportunity is the spark. It is the lure of what could be, the potential for growth. But opportunity alone is fragile. It needs a vessel to carry it forward across the currents of time. Because in the end, money doesn't just follow opportunity, it follows trust. And when trust disappears, so does the money.